Okay, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yep. Perfect.
Woo!
Did we lose the stream too, though? I'm worried.
I just restarted it because I needed my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Merrick says he stopped using dual stream because it kept causing major issues. That's also major issues. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, makes sense. I bet. Yeah, I was about to say this. Maybe this is one of those issues tonight.
Yep. Well, I think we're better now. I just had to restart Streamlabs and it resynced everything, so to speak.
Tonight's giveaway is pure evil, Lee. Do you know
I
that?
noticed.
Pure
Yeah.
evil. As I'm
Yeah.
trying to get evil hair on the stream.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. My technologies work perfect all day, right? And then, of course, when you want to get on and hang out with your friends and do a faction roll call, it starts being gunky junky, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
All right, I'm pulling up the chat. All right, rewards enabled on channel. Subscribe to
I know, I
earn
don't know what
reward.
that is.
All right. Hey,
Merrick's, I'm
Merrick,
not
thanks for hanging in the
sick,
chat with us.
but just getting over it still.
You ready to go high octane now?
Let's do it.
After a snail's pace start, we are live and it's time for faction roll call. We've got it pinned in the chat. We've got Al Pacino in the house, one of the first to check in tonight. I can't see all the way at the top though. I got Skimp 311 at the top, B Money at the top, 5 second post checking in with Lux. And no audio, Lee. Yeah, we fixed that. We're already back. We're already back to that. No audio, fellas. Getting better. Thanks, Robbie. Thanks, Robbie, for letting us know about our audio. I hear clicking and such. That was me. So you heard my clicking in Lee's voice. I'm usually the clicker. So happy Merrick's is here with us tonight. And Zesto Power, I got to roll all the way down until we start getting some factions in here. DX Army 2021. Now you see me. Check in the house. Determination. Check in the house. 1% in the house. Toxic Mafia in the house. TM Toxic Mafia. KSMA Slayers in the house. Mike 2334 is a baller, Robbie Hart says. Lee,
That's a fact.
you think we should tease them about the giveaway? You think we should tell them what we're doing tonight in case they don't know?
You should. Yeah.
So, Lee and we're not into numerology, nor would we have specifically chosen the number that we're giving away tonight. But it is October. It is spooky season, right? So tonight's giveaway is for 666 shards. The winner will get to choose whether it is for zBecky or zLiv. So your choice. I wonder if they would give you 333 shards of each. Divided as you choose. No, I don't want to even start that.
No.
You'll see us post a link in a few moments after faction roll call. You're going to see us throughout the night try to get you to like, subscribe, and leave your Twitch username on this particular video that we're posting. And hey, friends, stay with us on stream tonight because you must be present to win. You must be in this chat. You must be able to receive a whisper from me, and I must be able to get your Scopely in-game name via whisper. So that's probably the most criteria we've ever placed on a giveaway. But you know why, Lee? They say policies or rules are the institutional scars, right? Have you ever heard that? So it's like you always make new rules to cover up old wounds. So
that's right.
We've learned a lot. We have learned a lot about giveaways.
Yeah. And Merrick's, we did not choose this. This particular giveaway was not of our creation. If you can guess that,
I love it.
I mean, it's fun.
I would have said 1,000 shots. I would have said a poster. Right? Anyway, but
even 667 shards, exactly. Whatever.
I love this. Rensko 84 says the devil's in the details. Literally tonight, the devil may be in our giveaway. So
Ooh, wow.
666 shards of Zombie Liv or Zombie Bailey.
Wow,
We'll go to
Ev.
one of the two of you. One of the two of you. Baby Ice may be disqualified depending on the level of sass in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Furpo knows us so well, huh? Well, anyways. Well, why are we picking those two characters, Rusty? That we did pick. Why did we pick those two characters?
I mean, they have been the female standard of zombie power for a night where we do power ratings. zBecky, Zombie Liv, two of the most powerful ladies. I just wish there was a way to know how actually powerful they are.
Yeah,
I wish
there was.
I mean, maybe an old tier list. We'll have one of them listed at the top or something. I don't know. A bazinga.
Bazinga. You trolling, buddy. You're strolling.
No, just kidding. Well, if there's anyone I'm trolling, it's the people that keep saying power rankings are tier lists, right? That's all they are.
Yeah, we got some of those comments in the very video that if you click on the link to right there, like and subscribe and put a comment with your Twitch name in it, you can enter into these giveaways as well. We got some comments that say that.
It hurts the brain. It hurts the brain to try to respond to that. Well, who are we power rating tonight, Lee?
We are power rating Liv Morgan, the Living Dead, and we are power rating zBecky, because here's the deal, Rusty. We need our queen of the last year's zombie category, but even more so than that, I'll tell you a little secret. zBecky has been my favorite female in the game for almost a year. Charlotte Tech took that title, and then Maxine Dupree took that title from her.
You got
but
a lot
for
of ladies
almost
in your
a
mind.
year, she was my favorite. And I personally don't enjoy how Liv Morgan plays. And I called out last year, before we were official CCs, before there was 6-star gold, all of that zBecky would scale so much better than Zombie Liv. But guess what? Zombie Liv just got a new plate that technically has someone else's name on it, but it's really for her. So
it's the LA Bite plate. Is that the one we're talking about?
I think so, yeah. So I think we're going to see how this goes. So I'm going to get us started with the intro, and we can start power rating Livithan Morgan.
I lost my background here somehow.
What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat, and we are doing a power ratings showdown. Zombie Liv versus zBecky. Only one can survive. Rusty, what do you think we're going to see in this two-part series?
Well, I think we're going to see whether or not power ratings work. We're going to see whether or not these posters have held up. We're going to see whether or not the meta has passed them by. We're going to see if my hair will ever do anything interesting on cam tonight. And we're going to see how everyone votes, because their vote is what really matters tonight. They have a voice. The community, we are listening. We are going for total transparency, and we are trying to ensure fairness across the community.
As much as we can.
Some of our favorite lines to hear.
Right? Well, we're going to first note that Zombie Liv does have the wonderful moment that is now fairly available. I mean, obviously, it's a matter of getting the currency this month, but if you so choose, you have a pretty good chance that you can get this moment. But I will note, it doesn't actually do anything for the build that we are going to use. It would buff up her botch gems, but we're not doing the botch gem build, and she doesn't do multiply gems or pyro or silence. So just to note, that's actually not a factor in this at all. But what will be a factor is this new LA Bite plate. Whenever you activate a yellow move, increase your yellow gem damage by 50% for 1 turn. While we're here, we're also going to have the General's Orders plate on here, and we've got a 50% strap with double Fury 2s, just since we're there. On the moves, we're going to run the Bite. That's a 3 MP red, deal damage, choose a 3x1 area to swap into red gems, and we're going to use the General's Order plate to make that reload the yellow moves, which start with the 10 paces and turn, 6 MP yellow, deal damage, increase your yellow gem damage by 131%, and then the Face Eraser, 7 MP yellow, deal damage, make 44 random gems yellow. On the Entourage, we're going to run Tech Charlotte, who is my second favorite female in the game to play with now. Yellow gems do 40% and red moves start with 2. Since it's a 3 MP red move, that's all you need to get started. But if you want to do this efficiently, you should probably also run John Cena, the OG. Everybody gets him for starting the game. Yeah, that's right. You can't see me, Showboat. For yellow gems do 45% more damage, and yellow moves start with 2, plus 1 with the turn start's going to be 3, which means your not Face Eraser, your Bite is going to get your 10 paces going. Then you've got the Zombie Sammy for yellow gems do 30%, and Bret Hart, the best there was, for yellow gems do 35%. All right. Let's go see how she does. Rusty, is that how you run her? Or do you do triple yellow?
No, I do the red, yellow, and I break 3, and I refill, and I pray for gracious gems to fall upon me as I play.
Right? Wow.
It's the more powerful way to run her, for sure.
It is.
Also, like a lot of superstars, it's the risky Ray. It's the way that is kind of the Tech Miz has become the meme about big damage, high risk, doesn't always work out for you.
Yep. That's right. Well, in Feud, you will not start loaded with the 10 paces in turn unless you use a different trainer setup. But other than that, you can see it's right here. We're going to run it just so you can see the damage output. Right now, her yellow gems are doing 220k. We are going to buff them with the 10 paces in turn, which is also going to trigger the LA Bite plate. So now they're doing 578. Then we're going to use the red move to create a 3-match where you're less likely to cascade, and you have to do it twice in order to get the 10 paces in turn set up again. So now you've triggered the 10 paces in turn twice, which means you've triggered the LA Bite plate twice and her bonus buff. So now all gems that are yellow are doing 1,000,000 per. You can do the red move one more time, but you're not going to be able to hit it a second time unless she had already put the pin bar back a ways. So that's the max amount you can do for one turn. You're going to turn 44 random gems yellow, and we'll see how much damage she does right here. Oh, she missed 1 gem. That was 53 million damage. 53 million damage. Is that in line with your expectations?
It is now that I've seen this plate. I think we used to dream of having that kind of damage on Liv. We were anticipating a kick out, I think, at times, depending on especially a Showboat matchup with a lot of health. I'm a big fan of Zombie Liv. She's my best powerhouse. Yeah. She's my best female zombie. I like this addition to her, this update. I really thought she would have gotten gear. Like, I just really thought, or I really thought the moment would have helped her in some way. She's been 0 for 2. Her and Cody both, except Cody's catching up now. His stuff is working. He's getting better. But Liv is kind of consistently underperforming at 6 gold. Or has.
I mean, she's still good, but you're right. Where most of the other zombies from her year got gear, she did not. And like we said, the moment helps the botch gem build. But if you run the botch gem build, you either have to take out the 3x1 area into red gems or the 10 paces in turn, and either way you're hindering your ability to do the bonus damage right there. And you're not going to do the finisher. One, it's high charge. Two, bonus damage for every type of gem does not scale well, and so you're only doing 113,000 per, which I know is, used to be an amazing amount, but it's just not there. So realistically, you're going to run her triple yellow or this. Triple yellow's the defensive play because it breaks any multiply gems, or I mean it reverses, any multiply gems. And then, oh no, actually, I'm sorry, that's not the reversal move. It is the Sunset Rider that's the reversal. Yeah,
it's
that's
the kick-out move that covers the board with leech gems. So she literally rises from the dead, which is like a really cool concept. I think the lore behind Liv is perfect.
Yeah, I do like that. So, I think we're ready to Power Raider. I mean, we could take off that plate and run it without, but just, I run her a lot when she's required, and it's about 40 million is what she does, give or take, without that plate. 40 to 45, depending on a lucky hit and etc. So, I think we can Power Raider unless you got a different way you want to show her.
Well, I think we're gonna have to compromise one of the categories, either with the plate, compromising readiness, or without the plate, compromising power.
Right.
I would probably rather do it without the plate because I really feel like Liv is ready. It's a very low MP charge. It's a 3 MP red move where she really only needs like a 2 MP trainer on her to get going.
Right.
I defer to you and to the chat though, because I'm okay with a longer feud than a rarer plate.
Yeah.
A lot of times a plate thwarts our chat's votes. I've just seen it where it's like, oh, Piper plate, 1-1-1-1-1-1-1. No, we should have just taken the plate off.
Right. So, well, I'm running her without the plate right now, so we're about to see the big hit, so to speak. Very ready. It's quick if you don't cascade, but to King Xerxes' point in the chat, a 3 match is a lot harder to cascade on than a 4 match. That was 45 million. So 45 million's our number to go off of, and that's probably fair without the plate. 45 million. He also added Merrick's can cascade on a 3 match and once cascaded while opening the game. So they're showing lots of love in the chat to Merrick's right now.
Now, notice that was still a turn 1 win. That was still turn 1.
Still turn 1 win against Showboat.
45 seconds against the highest health category in the game. So I like it.
Yep. I don't disagree. It's definitely it was definitely a quick win, and it wasn't the highest damage, but it also didn't need to be in order to see things fly. So all right, I think we're ready to Power Raider then. So here's how our breakdown works. The first category in the power rating is power. It's a 5-point system. For a 5-point overall score, she would need to do damage equal to 100% or more of the current meta's top end damage. That's where the top end damage begins, not where it tops out at. And we have, since 6 Gold started, said that the top end damage begins at 60 million. She did not hit 60 million, even with the plate. So we got to move down. 4 points is equal to 80% or more of the current meta's top end damage. So 80% or more would be 48 million, if I'm doing that right, because it'd be 12 million, right? 12 million less is 20%. So she actually didn't hit 48 million. So that would be a 3 on power.
We're sure we got the math right there.
Redo it for me. 10% of 60 is 6, and 20% would be 12. 60 minus 12 should be 48, right? So if you did it with the plate, she would be at 4, but without it,
80% times 60 million. Yep, 48 million.
Yep.
You got it. You're
So, and
faster than
she's
a robot calculator, Lee. Man versus machine. You just won.
That's right, man versus food, man versus food. King Xerxes, there is a giveaway tonight. Yes. So the speed category is also objective. Did it do this or did it not? For a 5 in speed, at least 2 of the following are true. MP charge is equal to or lesser than 6 MP. That's good for her moves, and that's the move that starts everything. It doesn't have to be every move. Moves recycle flawlessly, which is true as long as you have the general's orders on there, and or animations are quick, resulting in a win under 45 seconds in feud. She did win that match against a 75 million plus health Showboat in under 45 seconds. So I am going to give her a 5. I will note, though, in Feud, Feud is kick out, right? So
Yeah.
the kick out damage is increased. So I would say, while at least 2 of those following things are true, there is an argument to be made that she would not win turn 1 in under 45 seconds in Feud.
That's fair.
Yep.
I really like Liv in some extreme rules situations or survival mode. Triple yellow, and she just keeps coming back from the dead and breaking
Right.
those leech gems. She's a lot of fun. 1v1 feud may not be her best format,
Right.
but do some cool things nonetheless.
That's right. All right. Well, we are on readiness. So readiness is character. What does the character need to be ready? As that sounds. So for a 5, the character would need 0 or 1 special things. That's a rare plate. So for me, the General's Orders plate is not rare. It's been available for years. Most people have that plate. So just for context, since this one is a voted category, I would not say the General Orders plate is rare. And we did not use the second time around, which is what we're basing this on, the LA Bite plate. So it'd be a rare plate, gear, which she doesn't have, moment, which doesn't impact her, or a rare or special trainer to make her work. So, for example, if you would consider Charlotte rare or special, that would count against her right there. But she doesn't necessarily need Charlotte. There's other characters that can do similar. For a 4, character needs 2 special things. For a 3, they need 3 special things. And for a 2, they need 4 special things. Rusty, take it away.
This is a lightning poll, friends. So you'll have 1 minute to vote, only 1 minute. Click the top of the chat where this poll is pinned. Lock in your vote and then tap the vote button. We've already seen some 5s rolling in. Yeah. Lee, I think her readiness is a 5.
Why is that?
Well, Showboat Cena, for example, that's literally the first character you get in the game, right? It's her primary gem damage trainer. And then you can have any number of other yellow gem buffs. It's a pretty broad category. You don't have to have the 50% gem buff. You can have, whatever your best yellow entourage is, and just go crazy. Just go crazy with her. And she's very rarely will she lose until you run up against a triple yellow zombie live. The mirror match is brutal. It is one of the worst. Yeah.
Right? That is a pain. That is a pain.
So the poll is closed, Lee. 79% said 5. So I think they agree with the low MP common trainers. Her speed and readiness kind of go hand in hand with she's ready right out of the box.
Yep. I agree. And Discord agrees as well. By the way, if you're not in our Discord server, we do have the vote up early there. That way it would have, the opportunity for people to vote ahead of time and get their thoughts in if they want to in the chat. And to respond, who's it, Hip Designer said, I don't have Twitch app, is readiness and power tied together? No. My character can be super powerful but need a lot of things to hit. So on the video that you've got to put your comment on with your Twitch name that Rusty's going to tag and pin in the chat after we do the next two ratings and the lightning polls. It does show William Regal as a good example. William Regal hits harder in the game than anybody else, but his readiness score is tanked because he needs gear, he needs a Piper plate, he needs, Tamatanga is no longer the rare one because he's A tier, but before that he either needed Drew or Maxine. So, I mean, you could see, like, he can hit like a truck, but he needs everything to get moving. You just gotta have those things. So... the next category is versatility. Versatility is a character is competitively usable. Keep that in mind, competitively usable in feud, boss, and showdown, and has a special gem type that would help with Extreme Rules and Gem Mania. Keep in mind, almost every character now has a special gem type. So that only really impacts older characters when we rate them. For a 4, characters competitively usable in 2 modes, Feud Boss or Showdown, some combination of those in 2, and still has a special gem type. For a 3, characters competitively usable in 1 mode, Feud Boss or Showdown, maybe a Sleeper in Boss. And for a 2, characters not competitively usable in any modes, competitively, but may be capable of winning tours and blitzes. Back to you, Rusty.
Okay, so our lightning poll is live at the top of the chat. It's pinned. Versatility. Tap your number. Tap vote. And I have to admit, Lee, I have never run the botch build for Liv. I've never done it. I'm pulling it up here and looking at it. You choose a 5x5 area into botch, and you've got a reversal that steals multiplies. You can kick out. You can turn the whole board into leech with a kick out. You can make a juggernaut gem that charges your red MP and then turns 42 botch gems into green gems. Wow. So she does a whole board's worth of yellow, a whole board's worth of green. I really like her knowing all of that for versatility. Is there anywhere you would not want to take Zombie Liv into battle?
But personally, that's a 5. I would not use her in feud myself because, again, you're only going to be able to hit the buff. You won't be able to hit the buff both times because it's not going to be loaded unless you debuff one of your trainers, but then you've offset the buff a little bit and it doesn't quite hit as hard. So for me, I'm not going to use her in feud. Boss battle, maybe. I mean, she's definitely got some stuff in there, so that's good. And then showdown, I mean, the low charge to get her started, I do like in showdown. So for me, she's a 4. But the poll was dominantly a 5. Twitch, though, is where we're going to have a conversation on numbers because 12 people voted 5 on Discord. I'm sorry, on Twitch. On Discord, exactly 12 people voted 4. So we've got a split between Twitch and Discord right now.
Did that even die?
It's the exact numbers, yes. Yes.
So
at this,
I was about to vote, Lee. I did not get to vote, and my vote would have been 4. I did not get to lock it in.
I would have voted a 4 as well, and I did not vote. I usually don't unless it's in need of a tiebreaker.
And Merrick said, I don't use her anywhere. So
wow.
That's a 1. Yeah, I think 4's the vote. If you're new with us, we always round down. If it's ever a hair's decision that splits it, we round down because we don't want to hype or sensationalize anything for the community. We'd rather them be pleasantly surprised, right? When they run her for themselves than to get our score and be disappointed that their new Zombie Liv isn't up to par. So we'll go with 4 then.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's the way we have to do it to stay fair. We'd never want to overinflate a character and then be like, oh, they're the best thing. And people start getting them and go, what the heck are you thinking? So the last category then is entourage. This is the most controversial category in power ratings, just being honest here. Because like OTC Roman, perfect across the board except for his entourage ability. And a quick housekeeping note on this. This one cannot be a 5. We have to have a discussion real quick between you and me, Rusty, as to do we just put her straight up as a 4 because Zombie Sammy's ability is samey, and we voted it a 4. But at the very least, we cannot say it's a 5 because it can't be better than Zombie Sammy's when it does the
Right.
exact same thing. So either we skip this one and go straight to a 4, or we
She
allow for the vote but cannot be a 5.
Right. Well, the other person that has the identical coach ability would be Zombie Cody, because Cody hits the silence and purple as well. So yeah, it's a 4. It's a really, really strong category or combination of categories. But yeah, because of what we've already looked at in the category, we know it's a 4. We know
Yeah, I
it's a
mean
4.
that's the only, I never want to assume that answer, but because we voted Zombie Sammy a 4 and it's samey, we can't
Right.
break too far. We either then we have to make Zombie Sammy a 3 as well, or we'd have to make Zombie Sammy a 5 as well. So yeah. Anyway, so Rusty, tell them how to enter the giveaway while I'm tabulating the results here.
I got it. So I've been kind of spamming the chat with the giveaway info. If you're watching us on demand at a later time, no, and we're not breaking any rules.
We're
The
actually
more
keeping to
these
the
go,
rules.
yeah, I would say we're being consistent with how we call it. Um, and very few entourages are actually a 5. For the record, the ones that are this month's gyms get 60% increase and multiplies get what 40% increase.
Right.
That cycle of zombie, those are all 5s.
Right.
So we're not going to rate one a 4 because we don't like that color. Oh, I don't like to play with blue gems. I don't have any blue gem plates, so therefore Gunther gets a lower score than Chelsea, right? So we just, when it's a category, a cycle of categories, we just keep it together. So
Right. Yeah, if it's the same basic thing but a different color, we can't logically give it a different score. I mean, yes, you could say, oh, well, red gems are more useful than blue gems, but realistically, it's the same thing across the board. There is maybe an argument to be made that a certain type gem might be more important than another type gem, but ultimately, she does the same thing as Sammy, just different color, different gem type. So the same thing will apply once we get to the other zombies that do this exact same thing. So it'll keep it fair across the board, which means
I agree.
Zombie Live is a 21 out of 25. And I think
Okay.
that's right in line.
Yeah, I think so.
So real quick, shout out to JD Nash, who is actually on. I can see him right now working on the sheet as we do this, which is awesome. So on the ranking summary right here on the first page, when you go to this document, you'll be able to see them in order, and you can sort by power, speed, readiness, whatever class, tier, etc. Thank you, JD Nash, for that. On the female visuals sheet, you'll see she falls above Chelsea, but Chelsea and Naya are the only two female powerhouses we have power rated, so she's easily winning the powerhouse category for females. That puts her below Indy, yeah. Puts her below Heavy Metal Rhea, of course. Puts her below Maxine, puts her below Roxanne, and puts her below Bailey, but actually puts her dead tied with Oblivion, which I think is crazy because I would rank Oblivion so much higher. But Oblivion's entourage ability took a big hit. Her versatility took a hit, and her readiness took a hit. So, yeah, and then Charlotte's better than her as well. So that's where she kind of ranks on the females. Rusty, tell us what you think, and then, unless you got more discussion, you can take us out on this one.
So I'll say this, right? We've known for years that female powerhouse is a really tough category.
Yep.
We still haven't seen, to my knowledge, that female powerhouse character that would blow away this score. I think she's still at the top of the female powerhouse game, right? And yet it's just not a great category. It's just not a great category. Liv is very nimble, very flexible, can do a lot of fun stuff. We'll be interested to see Chelsea post 99 MP, especially with how high her MP is to load.
Yeah.
And who knows what gear could be coming in the future or moments. So these power ratings are always subject to being updated by new trainers, new entourage, new et cetera, et cetera. All that to say, like, I love, even somebody entered the chat and just said, I think that score is a little too high still.
Yeah.
I can see the case to be made for that because her power is a 3, right? Yeah. And she's fun, and she's consistent, and she's able to cycle, and she's listen, if you're a free-to-play player, you think we're all crazy because you're saying she's the best, right? I wish I had a Liv on my roster. So we say all this with a bit of levity, with a bit of humility, knowing that it's a tough category, knowing that she's a year older, and even that her entourage ability is still super, super valuable, but kind of niche and not a 5, not something we're going to use all the time. I'm curious to see if Becky's score will be any higher, Lee. So check out our next video if you're watching this later. But I'm glad we've got so many intelligent champions in the chat tonight to help us get this right. We'll see you next time.
Bye. What's up, Bunders? What's up, Hip Designer?
Oh, yeah. No, see, I totally agree, Bunders. That's why I said if you're a free-to-play player, you're probably watching this and you just have a sense of these people are mad. These people are insane that they're down on zombie. Sometimes it feels like we're what's sommeliers, right? And that we're judging wines, right? And you're just like, this is crazy, bro. Like you're drawing lines of delineation between the top of the top of the top now. And so we get it. We get to some of the score. It feels kind of tongue in cheek at times, like comparatively, right? So,
right.
Lee is banned from power rating Becky. He's too biased.
that is true. Yes, that may be true.
I love it.
No, I
and
would
look at this.
Still be fair.
I was gonna say, look at this Merrick's quote though, right? I recommend Chelsea over Becky for free to play. Right? I love it. Or Whale, personally. So that's why we do this. Talking about the game and having a back and forth about characters is a lot of what makes this fun. Right. For me, for you, I think for Lee, I won't speak for Lee, but I will in this case. We love when you disagree with our ratings. We're okay with the conversation about the game. That's why we have a show called Champions Chat. We love to talk about the game, right?
That's right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
That's
they said
funny.
I do love that both some leaderboard guys are saying, I don't like Liv. I'm not taking Liv into battle. And like, yeah. I love that because we could have easily gone a lot higher on her power by tricking her out with that plate. We could have made her numbers better.
A little better. She still would have been a 4 instead of a 5. She wouldn't have gotten all the way up there.
But I think the good thing is that we refused to do that. We didn't do that. We tried to be as fair as possible. So,
yep.
And to put a brand new plate that no one has yet on her night 1, that just feels like, okay, these guys are looking for the score they want, so.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because we're not yet starting the video, but there's another discussion going on. Bob and Max in the chat about zBecky. And you
I
know what?
love it.
It's fun. I mean, like this is one of those things where I think that power ratings cuts through some of the noise, because I don't personally like using zLiv, so I do it when I have to. But I love the way zBecky plays. She is one of my favorites. But both Bob and Merrick's are saying I don't like the way zBecky plays. So fair point right there. This is one of those things where people are able to say, like, I prefer this and I prefer that. But the data side of the power rating hopefully shows that, I mean, spoilers, but Becky can easily hit 70 to 90 million without too much. So she's going to stomp on Liv's power, but is she going to be as entourage ready, or I'm sorry, as readiness score, versatility score, et cetera, et cetera. Stuart Dean, I am going to nerf Becky's gear, just so we know. So
Let me throw this out there, guys. You have a chance to win either zLiv or zBecky. Winner's choice tonight, 666 shards, the most evil giveaway we've ever done.
I like it.
Hopefully that gets you close to a recruit, but that was the amount of shards that we were told to roll out tonight in kind of a spooktacular fashion for October. While Lee is getting Becky ready, let me tell you how to do tonight's giveaway. You click the link that I have posted and pinned in the chat, and you follow that link. It'll take you to our What the Heck Are Power Ratings video, right? You'll click on that video. We need your Twitch name in the comments. Now, if you want to be really generous, like that video and subscribe to the Champions Chat podcast channel on YouTube. We would appreciate that. We are so stinking close to 3,000 subscribers that it's getting irritating that we're not there yet. So if you want to really help us out, or if you've got a bunch of spam accounts, fake accounts, log into those, subscribe. Just kidding. JK. But we want you to win tonight. Go click the link, and I'm going to have to unpin this in about 5 seconds so that we can roll back into our next power rating and start. We need that chat for our lightning polls. Let me also say this: if you can't see the chat tonight, like if you're watching us on a mobile device and you have the chat minimized, or if you're watching us on a smart TV and you can't see the chat, the chat is solid gold tonight. It's a conversation happening within the conversation. You need to, if you can hear my voice, make it to where you can see the chat, because some of the top Champions players are stating, they're just preaching some truth about the superstars, and it's so cool to see the back and forth, as well as answering they're just answering questions from the community while we talk our heads off about the power ratings. So get your chat box up and get in it, because if you can't see the chat, you can't vote in these lightning polls tonight, friends. Back to you, Lee.
Well, yeah, here we go. I'm going to hit the intro on there. And to those saying, oh, she can't even be a 21. I'm telling you, she's going to hit way harder than Liv. And JD Nash and I are having a conversation in the chat here, said you shouldn't nerf the gear for a power rating. Let her take the hit on versatility. 100% agree, except even without her gear, she can easily hit over the top end damage. So we don't need her to take a hit on the versatility to show her off. So I can show even higher damage than what she's about to do, but either way, yeah, like I say. So let me hit the intro and we will get going here. Well, if I can find the button. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? It's Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat, and we are doing a power ratings showdown. zLiv versus zBecky. So, yeah, this is my pick for my favorite zombie female in the game. Even still, of course, I've barely played with Bayley, but still, Rusty, this is not a character that you have or have used much, right? Am I right
Salt in the wound. Right out of the gate. Salt in the wound. I'm at 1,020 shards, friend. Thank you for
Oh,
reminding me. I
wow.
know, that's it. She
That's
was
all.
hard to come by.
Hey,
Well,
which one
I
of the two of us
chose.
have Zombie Bailey right now on our account? I'm just saying.
What's that?
I said, which one of the two of us have Zombie Bailey on our account? We
Oh,
want to go
I'm
that
not.
route.
Yeah, no pity parties for me tonight. I did really well shard recruiting Bailey this month. I'm really happy. I'm playing in the premium showdown, and I'm going for the golds tonight.
Nice, nice. Well, we are going to power rate Zombie Becky. She does have gear and she does have a moment because we're on the test account. However, I am going to nerf her gear. I'm going to use her in a way that you do not need the gear at all, and she's still going to hit insane damage, so we don't even need it. Now, if you have it, you can hit much, much higher. However, I can't take the moment off, and it does help her in two small ways. Multiply gems generated from moves will increase their strength by 5. You say, wait a second, that's not small. She gets her multi-gems from a sub, and so it really just depends on what's left over, and it's still not going to be guaranteed that you hit all of the multi-gems. So while it is very helpful, that doesn't do as much all the time as you'd think. However, trap gems do 150% more damage. That does hit for her. So here's how we're going to run her. Triple black. The double barrel drop kick, 6 MP black. Deal damage, make 25 random gems into trap gems if broken by your opponent. Deal damage, and the portal's going to freeze. There it is. And increase... and increase your black gem damage by 30% for 2 turns. If broken by you, steal up to 180k health. The disarm her, 6 MP black submission, place 7 sub gems and do damage for 4 turns. While sub gems are on the board, remaining turn into multiply of strength 8 plus 5 for the moment. And then the belly to back suplex, deal damage, make 28 random gems black. On the entourage, you're going to need woods for 4 MP, plus the 1 is going to be 5. So now all you need is 1 more black MP somewhere. You can put Santa Hogan right here. You can put one of a few people right here. But of course, if you've got Tori, black gems do 40% more damage and start with 2 more MP. Boogeyman will give you 30% black gem damage, and then zLiv will give you 30% black gem damage. Or what I would often do, because there are the trap gems in the mix, you can use Steamboat, Acro Steamboat right here for 100% more trap gem damage. It's just a matter of, this is going to buff most of the gems because they're mostly all going to turn black. The trap gems are just going to buff whatever is left. So good, but either way. Then we've got the Rhonda's jacket, not a rare plate anymore. The baddest jacket, whenever you generate 3 or more sub gems, increase your yellow and black gem damage by 100%. And I like to use the underdog story. Whenever you break 4 or more black gems, generate 10 random red gems just to get a little bit of extra damage out of her. There might be some other options in there, but that one is the most common. So, Rusty, that is how we're going to run her. Any thoughts before I start clicking buttons?
I yield to your expertise here because I was looking at her unrecruited back of poster while you ran through all of that, trying to follow along. And because it's unrecruited on my roster, everything's at level 1. And I'm like, okay, that scales up really nicely.
Which one would you run with this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, let's put that right there. So all you're going to do is you're going to throw down the trap gems, then you're going to put the sub. I usually put them all close towards the bottom, and you want her to break as many trap gems as possible. She did not, by the way, break very many trap gems this time around, so this will probably be one of the lower ends of Becky's hits. If they break, the more they break, the better off you're going to do. And that was only 50 million this time around. So I'm going to run it back because I promise she hits harder than that. But that was a great example of what happens when they don't get all your stuff, when they don't clear it. So right now... go ahead.
I was just going to add, this gameplay style, it feels like it's unique and synonymous to all Becky characters of lay down the traps, then hit the sub. It's very reticent of Becky, Goat Becky, right? Where you're just stealing health and hoping they break it. I don't know. It just feels like an observation I had about her.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the Beckys do have some similar setups. The Becky with the 2 bites here. See, this is going to be so much better. She's breaking a lot more of our gems. So now we're boosted 11 times up. That's more what I expect to see. That's more in line with what I commonly see, I should say. And we got a good hit there, and we got a good hit here. So this is much, there it is, 106 million that time. But look at that range, man. 50 million or 106 million, and it was the exact same move set, exact same trainers. So I mean, that does show the range right there. 106 versus 50 million. That's a big swing. Big swing. So yeah, I mean, I could run it a dozen times, and every time it'll be between 50 and 100, but sometimes it's 70, sometimes it's 60, sometimes it's 90. It just really depends on how much they break. But are you going to be upset if you hit 50 million with Zombie Becky? Would that make you go, "Oh, dang, man, that was terrible."
I mean, those are the numbers we're reaching for with Liv, right? For the previous power ranking we did. So,
Right?
it makes sense to me, right? That acrobats would do a lot more damage than powerhouses. Like, that totally makes sense to me.
Yeah. How is that? Shouldn't the powerhouse be the ones that was 81
Oh,
million?
you're right, Lee. Lee, you're totally right. That's a great observation.
Oh,
Thank
you were
you
waiting
for
for me to
correction.
give you that. Nice. That was clutch. I appreciate that. I was trolling you hard on the podcast about Goldberg, so you get to troll me on this one.
No, I mean, just it's crazy to me that female acrobat is like the best female category
Oh yeah.
consistently, and they consistently do exceedingly more damage than a powerhouse, who one would think is a house of power.
One would think that they are a house of power. I do agree, and I do love that. Oh, yes. Well, she definitely is more of a powerhouse than zombie powerhouse Liv. I'll tell you that much. So, what does that say? But I do want to show you one quick trainer variation, although I don't know if I can get there quickly because every character on this account is the exact same strength and speed. But mine, on my own personal account, hits easily for this range of damage without question mark. And I don't have Tori. So what I do on mine is run Dude Love and Santa Hogan. So it's still going to get you started loaded turn 1. Much more common trainer set here, though. In fact, there's not a rare trainer at all, just so that we're fair to her versatility score. In fact, we're nerfing her gear. So the most rare thing on this is the ultimate plate. That's probably the most rare thing now, and she's still gonna hit. Mine consistently is 70 to 90 million even without Tori. So and I do have her max 6 gold on my account. Samey. I don't have gear, do have the moment, etc. So I can be pretty consistent with that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that's really good. I think as far as readiness, her and Liv, I'm going to keep bringing up Liv, right? Because we're trying to do kind of a comparison or a battle, a head to head.
Right.
They feel sort of samey there on readiness, and yet Becky is able to do a little bit more with what she's got right out of the box. Becky's gear is really cool, but it's also one of the most expensive things on the midweek prize wall. So for you to say that it's not essential, I think that should come as a relief to most of the community who might be feeling a sense of FOMO for not maybe being able to be on pace to get that gear this month.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be, I don't think I'll get it. I want it. I want it really bad on there, but
Hmm.
But with the gear, I mean, again, she easily hits the numbers we need her to hit, so we don't even necessarily have to show it. With the gear, you don't need any MP trainers. You
Right.
could run
Well,
all black MP damage, all trap gem damage, all multiply gem damage, whatever you want to buff it up from there. So,
yeah.
yeah, so that's a good one. Well, for the power rating on this, the power score within the power rating, that is, she easily hits over 60 million. Granted, she did hit 50 million one of the times in there, so I put the range. She hit between 50 and
Oh man,
106 consistently.
totally inconsistent. Can you
So
tell
that's
my
a
bias
5.
is showing on Team
Right.
Live?
Team Live. Yeah. For speed, 6 MP charge on all 3 of her moves. So I'm sorry. For speed, for a 5, at least 2 of the following are true. MP charge is equal to or lesser than 6 MP. That's true. Moves recycle flawlessly. That's true. Animations are quick. That's true. Win in under 45 seconds. I tried kind of keeping track on there, but all of those matches that I did, I just won, and I was under 45 seconds with them. Now, if she gets a bad cascade, if somebody has the ability to break your sub, which is now becoming common with the new zombie characters, that is going to change. But again, we're not accounting for those special situations. Bob says for me, she gets a 4 in speed. That sub just takes too long. Yeah, I mean, again, do we need to time it? I mean, I don't want to be unfair on that category. Would that make the most sense?
Um,
I think we should. I don't want to open stopwatch. I don't want to be unfair. I mean, absolutely. If Bob is right, and he very often is, I don't want to be unfair to that. So let me time this real quick.
yeah, we'll just talk about the Miami Dolphins football team while you time that.
What's the
Um,
Dolphins team? All right, so let me
I
start
I just
stopwatch. Go.
and you're running it.
I'm running it. Yeah, we're
All
at 5
right.
seconds right now. And I'm not unfairly clicking too fast or anything like that. I'm just clicking where it goes.
I'm curious if anybody in the chat likes if they have a favorite NFL team. Would you type it in the chat? I have no clue who our community likes, and I'd love to know. Like, there's one team or there's one SN. Is it SN? Is that still what we say? Screen
Screen
name?
name?
Vikes are playoff bound, and like that's like wow,
36
proud
seconds.
proud Viking fan. Look at that. Vikings, Texans, Chief, Dubbers, Panthers. Oof, oof. That's a resilient person. All right, well back to you, Lee. Did it beat the 45-second
It
countdown?
did. It was 35 seconds. I'm sorry,
Nice.
39 seconds, .44, but that was, I clocked it at 36 when I said the
All right.
words. So it took me a sec to hit. So 36 seconds or less. That is right in with the lineup. So she's a 5 on speed.
Okay.
But here's where we get into the other side. So
Yeah.
versatility and readiness. For readiness, character to get a 5 needs to have 0 or 1 special thing. That's a plate, a gear, a moment. She does have the moment on. Or a rare trainer to make them work well. For a 4, character needs 2 special things: plate, gear, moment, rare trainer. For a 3, character needs 3 special things. And for a 2, character needs 4 special things. Back to you, and you started something in the chat here.
This is awesome. We are talking about the foosball, like Captain Insano. That's where it all meets together. I'm getting a versatility a versatility poll ready, but I'm shook right now at how many Dolphins fans are out there. I thought I was alone. I'm kind of a new Dolphins fan, but write in your number. Versatility polls live. You have 1 minute to vote. Lightning poll. And Lee, I grew up a Houston Oilers fan. That's why I don't have a team, or that's why the Dolphins are kind of my new team, because I was a man without a team for years and years when the Oilers left me high and dry. So,
Wow.
yeah, let's see if you got the votes. 4s abound. If you want to vote something other than 4, get it in, because 4s are running away, and that's okay. Vote what you think is fair and correct. But yeah, I grew up in the Warren Moon era, and I love the old Oilers. But
All I've got to say is laces out, Dan.
I know,
That's the only
right?
thing I can say
The Ace
there.
Ventura callback for the Dolphins is so funny. But
Right.
Dan Marino has a house. It's not his primary residence, but he has a house about 30 miles away from me on the coast.
Dan
On the
Marino should
same,
get gonorrhea and die. No, I'm just
on
kidding.
the
That was in the
same,
movie.
his house is on the same street as President Joe Biden's oceanfront residence. So
Really?
interesting facts. The
Interesting
fours have it.
facts.
76% of the chat locks in a four. Locks in a four.
Yep, and it's overwhelming on Discord as well. And the funny thing is, as we're sitting here talking on Discord, people are voting on Twitch, and they're also voting on Discord as we speak. I'm watching the numbers fly and change, so I like.
Are they
this.
writing their NFL team on Discord as well?
They're not, but you never know. They might start that as well. All right.
Nice.
For the next category, we got versatility. Characters competitively usable for a 5 in feud, boss, and showdown. And character has a special gem type that helps in extreme rules. Every character that's come out in the last year has a special gem type, so you're good there. For a 4, characters competitively usable in at least 2 modes, feud, boss, or showdown, some combination there, and still has to have a special gem type for Gemmania and extreme rules. For a 3, characters competitively usable in 1 mode, feud, boss, or showdown, but maybe a sleeper for boss. And for a 2, characters not strong in any competitive format, but may be capable winning of tours and blitzes. Rusty, back to you.
Is this versatility?
This is versatility, yes.
I think I wrote versatility under the last poll, but I knew we were voting readiness. So I hope there's no confusion. This football chat has really thrown me for a tizzy tonight. So this is the versatility poll, friends. Lock in your votes. I think you knew what was happening already, but
Yeah, I prompted
for
it,
readiness as the last category.
so.
Yeah, I asked if there were any Dallas Cowboys in the chat, and it's like the opportunity just to roast the Cowboys. Hilarious.
I saw the Callous Doughboys in there a lot. I don't know what.
Lee is in Denver, but he's not a Broncos fan. He's lived in the Broncos territory his whole life, and he is not a Bronco fan.
Not when I lived in Ohio or Oklahoma, but still.
versatility, friends. The 4s are leading slightly. Why would you not want to use Becky in every category, Lee?
Well, I mean, again, if you have gear, that might be where that plays into it. You could use her across the board. Black gems are going to be great for boss battle. I use her in feud all the time. I love her. Again, she's my favorite. I said this when we did the Rhea video. Acro Rhea is objectively going to have a higher power rating, I believe, but I prefer Becky. I really, really prefer Becky. But I could see others not using her in certain categories.
Sure.
And so we've got a 4 on Twitch. On Discord, we are split. We have 7 votes for a 5, 6 votes for a 4, but we also have a vote on a 3 and a vote on a 2 as well.
So 4 would still have
we've got
it.
somebody who put Rams.
Yeah, nice. So the 4s would still have it by a few votes over the 5s. Okay. I did the mental math as you said it. Yeah. Yeah, and some of our avid feuders said I wouldn't take Becky into a feud, but that's just me. I've got better acros. So
yeah,
interesting.
Well, I mean, I've got Indy plus gear. I've got Rhea. I've got
stay humble.
Bianca.
Stay humble. Okay, Richie Rich. Nobody wants to watch you open your Christmas presents.
And I still like using Becky. I just like her gameplay. I really, really, really just like her game. And I know that's the opposite of what some others are saying here. Thank you, Richie Rich.
I love it when Macaulay Culkin's helicopter picks me up for Christmas morning to watch him open his presents on Twitch tonight.
Wow. Oh Oh goodness. And if you watched the
We
last
have fun.
video or were on
We have fun.
stream half an hour ago, you know that
Yeah.
we've set a precedent with this type of coach. Green gyms do 30%, botch gyms do 60%. We said on the Sammy video it's a 4, on the Live video we've got to keep it consistent. So we've got to keep it consistent here again, so it's got to be a 4.
Yeah. Read hers? What does it do?
Green gyms and botch gyms. Green
Oh,
gyms
okay.
30%,
All right.
botch gyms 60%. But it's again,
Nice.
it's the same Z for
Right.
that one. So
Yeah.
10, 14, 18, 22. 22. So she edges
Oh.
out Zombie Live by 1 point.
Oh. Oh. I
Oh.
demand a recount. Yeah, no, this was good. I think you're right. I mean, and Becky can be upgraded to at least my take as someone who doesn't have her. It looks like Becky can be upgraded even further than Liv can. Becky actually benefits from the moment. Becky has gear. Becky does, pretty substantial gym damage, right? With multi types of gyms. So yeah, I think Becky's a pretty clear choice. At least it's head to head.
Right.
I have Liv. I love Liv. Liv's my best powerhouse. Becky, I don't know. I don't know if she would be my best acro.
Yep.
So it's a really interesting conundrum, right? And I wonder if those of you watching this video, either in the chat or on YouTube later, if you have neither Becky nor Liv, write in the comments which one would you pick if you were tonight's winner of the giveaway. Which one would you pick? I would love to know. I just would love to know what the community would pick.
Yeah, I've thought about that, Merrick's. We're having a really interesting conversation in the chat here. So, Two Bob said, here's the thing. What do you feel about Indy being exact same rating as Becky? Because if you look, Indy's a 22 out of 25. Becky's a 22 out of 5. Rhea's a 24. So she's going to go right here in the same box as Indy. And a big part of that, look at Indy, power 5, speed 5, readiness 4, versatility 5, entourage 3. So entourage tanked her a little more, although, I mean, Becky only has 1 more point on entourage than Indy does. So, I mean, that's not a huge variance there. And Merrick said, okay, so what if we were to give a score that's just the pure fighter score, and then the overall score? So overall, character is whatever out of 25, and then the fighter score is the top 4 categories. So minus entourage.
Yeah, that's possible. We could actually write the score like 20 plus 5, right?
Yeah.
Or 18 plus 4. So then you see composite. You can do the math. Now here's where it gets a little muddy to me. Is one of the beauties of the power rating is that they show both short and long-term value.
Right.
There will come a day, if this game continues to thrive and flourish, there will come a day when OTC Roman is no longer relevant in a meta.
I mean, he's got multi-gyms for days. But yeah, keep going.
Just, whoever, pick a person. Pick
Right.
a person. Let's say Zombie Chelsea, right? Maybe that's too, I'm overstating, right? So Zombie Chelsea, there will come a day where she is considered essential entourage,
right,
and no longer meta relevant, much like a Matt Hardy. Someday, Sherry will fall into that category, right? So you have this interesting where we're trying to just gauge overall worth.
Right.
It's a little deceptive that the word power is in our power rating.
Right.
Because really what we're trying to say is holistic value of a superstar. So, but I could see a case for that.
Yeah.
So,
no, I mean, I think that's...
I retracted my OTC comment. It's too fresh. Some people are like, I spent a lot. Do not speak ill of my Roman. So, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. But you're right, and we've got the little category down here for discussion on longevity. We don't often do that as much, but I mean, this is where if we had power rated Becky and Liv 6 silver, Liv would have been a lot better, a lot higher,
Oh,
because she
interesting.
didn't scale as well the way her buff, the way her move set plays. Becky did. Once we get into 7-star meta, I think that Becky will take a hit where Indy will not, Rhea will not. And so you will see that reflecting once we get into the 7-star, especially that Becky's shine starts to come off a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see kind of where
Right.
things go. But yeah, I mean, if you just look samey, Becky and Indy are the exact same score. I think a good portion of the chat would argue Indy is better. And I personally argued that Indy should be pretty well tied with not Zombie Rhea, with Acro Rhea, but that's not the way the scores fell. And so this gives you a good sense overall, and I love the interaction with Merrick's, with Tuba, with others in the chat here who are discussing why the power rating system works like this. So,
With Baby
uh,
and Bunders, there's been some great
yeah,
chat happening tonight. Al Pacino, who else did I see? Festabomb, Platinum Patrick. So many great takes in the chat tonight.
yeah.
Dylan the villain, going at it. I love it.
Butters, yeah, so
Yeah.
many,
So,
and that's what
I don't want to leave
that's
anything
why we
out.
call this enter the chat, because this is not meant to be the end of the
Yeah,
conversation. This is meant to start the conversation.
it's
So,
true. It's the name of our show. If you didn't realize that, we named our Friday night stream Enter the Chat, hoping you would.
would we ever do Hip Designer? Would we ever do a stream with Tubob, Merrick's, and Festabomb? Yes. I as far as I understand, I'm always willing to have guests on. As far as I
On our,
understand the rules that we live under, though, I don't know that we can have
well, you know
non-official
what we can say
CCs on the official without permission.
on our channel, all
But on
things
our
are
channel,
possible, right?
yeah,
Yeah, on our channel, we could set up any kind of fun show like that.
yeah,
They'd have to agree to come on. They'd have to
right.
agree to be on it. They'd
Well,
have
and
to
we
agree
need
to
to
be
get
on
Festabomb as a
it.
community spotlight, but we've had Tubob on the
Yeah,
podcast and we've had Merrick's
true.
on the podcast before, so yeah. All right. Well, Rusty, take us off for this video, and then we can hang out with our friends on the Twitch stream after.
Well, friends, there's been much ridicule, there's been much debate, there's been much consternation over these power ratings, which means we're having fun with them.
That's right.
I want to keep having fun with them. And we'd love for you to enter the chat on a Friday night. Come in and cast your vote and help us get it right. If you watch these videos and you think these guys got it wrong, well, it's because we have 70 plus people on with us, casting votes and letting their voice be heard. So don't miss out. Let's get you in the chat too, and you can help us dial it in and get it right. All that to say, we do this for you. We're part of the community. We love the community, and I can't imagine us doing anything else on a Friday night. I was doing dishes before stream. This is so much better, right? So we'll see you next time, friends.
Bye. All right. Well, Rusty, we've got a rare night where we are not doing any polls whatsoever.
True. It's true.
So we've got some spare time. I had somebody ask earlier, can you run Hall of Fame Shawn Michaels with that new plate? So I want to run that real quick. But other than that, I am open to whatever we want to mess around with in the game here.
I love it. Yeah, so we can do some plate gameplay. Somebody had a great idea on our server earlier today about the LA Knight plate with the American Nightmare plate on Hall of Fame Randy Savage, running the yellow in the multis and see if it would do something spectacular. I don't know.
Okay.
So that's another Hall of Fame idea that seemed to surface
I
out
like
of
that one.
yeah. No pulls. I'll tell you why. I did a pull earlier, Patrick, because
Jerk.
I love maybe a little too much the premium showdown, and I was only 300 shards of Bailey away, and so I did my pull. It reset, and I've published it. You can watch the pull. You can see what was in it. But that's why on showdown weekends, sometimes I like to run ahead. I like to try to get into the premium showdown and get in early because I'm not a night owl. I'm not staying up late to do a to do a premium showdown. So I'm East Coast. I'll be asleep by the time most of you guys log on and start getting your notoriety.
Oh, nice.
They
What?
overspent. LOL.
Yeah.
That's
Rusty,
funny.
you've got Hall of Fame Sean. I don't. Do you run anything for the main plate or chat? Do you, the first,
I
not
mean,
the LA Bite, but the other
so
plate?
you would run triple yellow specifically because it says
Right.
that the yellow gems increase based on each time a yellow move, right? So
Right.
if you get 2 activations, I'd run triple yellow, I'd run Kofi and Cena
Right.
and just my best yellow entourage, right?
Okay,
And
but the
then you
plate
put
specifically is what I'm
American
asking.
Nightmare and your LA Knight plate because you're gonna make right? Aren't you?
But he
Wait, what is it?
doesn't make multi gems, does
No,
he?
that's Macho Man. I'm sorry. That's the
Right.
Macho Man plate. No, there's no basic plate needed unless you want to add a new like like maybe
The May
the
Young crown.
boss the boss plate can help, or maybe your
Okay.
yeah, the May crown. Anything you can add more gems will help. Um some people have thrown like 2 words plate on. I don't know that it actually matters, but
I'm gonna run with the May crown for now, just to because
nice.
the
That's a
boss
good
you have
choice.
to break the yellow gems, which means you're gonna do them after you've already done the hit. That's just gonna throw on some extra damage. So, all right, well, here might as well hit the intro and make this one, and then we'll hop on Macho Man. I'm more excited for Macho Man, to be honest. I don't have either of them, but
Oh
you,
yeah.
ooh yeah. All right, here we get the button. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat. We are on the official channel with 82 of our very best friends, and we're playing around with this new LA Bite, yeah, plate. Whenever you activate a yellow move, increase your yellow gem damage by 50%. And we've got this Hall of Fame Shawn Michaels right here that uses triple yellow. Now, quick note, we are on the candy store account, so he's 6-star gold across the board. He does have all gears, which means all color moves that deal damage will deal 100%, and all moves start with 3 more MP. And here's how we're running him. The 8 MP yellow Flying Forearm Smash, deal damage, and deal bleed damage for 2 turns, 729k bleed damage. The Teardrop Suplex, 8 MP yellow, deal damage, decrease the damage of all your opponent's gems by 75% for 2 turns. And then the Sweet Chin Music finisher, deal damage, make 48 random gems into yellow, which is going to blow the whole board. 10 MP though. So in order to get that high move charge, we're going to need Kofi. We are going to need Mr. Braun Breaker right here. And then we're going to put Muta and Bret Hart for additional yellow gem damage. I already mentioned we've got the new LA Bite plate on there. I also threw the Maze Crown just to see what damage it does. Whenever you break 7 or more yellow gems, generate 20 green. So it's not really triggering anything, but, it's going to throw some green gems out there. We've got a 50% gem damage plate, Double Fury 2s, and he does have the moment. However, you'll notice that increases multiply gems. Generate all color gems 3 more, so we'll make 3 more yellow, and then all sub moves 50%. So it's not actually doing a whole lot. However, it is universal. So, Rusty, this is the first time I've ever played with this character, period. but you've got him. So tell me about him.
Nice. Well, he's been relegated to basically boss battle shield breaker at this point.
Okay.
It's just kind of he's great at breaking a yellow shield and
Okay.
reloading his own move and just hitting it finisher, 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 finisher. Some people like to run King Woods on him as a coach, and they like to boost his bleed move.
Okay.
I don't know how that scaled up at gold, but at one time he was a bleed move monster as well.
Okay. Well, I
But
mean,
it's
his
very
bleed's not
straightforward.
terrible, but it's not great at 6 gold. I'll say that.
Yeah,
So,
you'll nerf their gem damage with your first move. You'll
oof.
add some bleed damage with your second move, but really you're just procking that plate for the big pow. So,
Yeah. Well, the POW wasn't very big. Let me just tell you
oof.
that.
What
It was
what a
19
hit.
million. But because of that 75% gem reduction, he did not kick out. So he did put down a 6 gold turn one. But even with the super kill all plates, both of them being big, he only did 19 million damage. So,
Oh no, Sean! Ah! Yeah, that's why I like him in boss battle. Really fun in boss battle. Didn't really translate to gold.
yeah.
It's probably why I got him when I got him, and I felt really excited about it until, a little underwhelming success.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was a quick video, but hey, at least you got to see Hall of Fame Shawn. Ironically, Rusty, I've been delaying. We've got a video, should you take Hall of Fame Shawn Michaels to 6-star gold? And I've got actually like 5 of them I've bumped for almost a month because we kept having other
Maybe just
videos. So
slap
this
that
one's going to
thumbnail
come
on.
out like right after the should you take 6-star gold video comes out now.
Like, yeah, we should have told you that. Yeah.
Whoops.
Womp womp.
All right. See you on the next one. All right, chat. I'm getting a little behind, so I apologize if I'm not seeing your comment. But we had said we were gonna do Macho next, so I'm gonna hop and do Machos,
Yeah.
and then if there's
So
others in the
Macho
chat,
Macho has a pin bar doesn't move. So you
oh,
can really get nasty business with him.
so I've never used him either. So you're gonna have to tell
Let
me
me
what I'm doing with him. How do I run him?
let me peek here. Are either of you guys either is anybody in the chat very proficient with Hall of Fame or Randy Savage? I'm looking for him here on my. Okay,
I
I
know
got him.
Merrick's
He's an
is.
aggro,
I'm sure
moves.
Two Bob is.
So I've got the running bionic elbow as the top move.
Oh, sorry.
So
Hold on.
that's my.
I'm fixing the plates real quick because you
Oh,
said to add the nightmare plate. So I'm adding
yeah.
the
Let me
nightmare
go.
plate. Hold on, and then I'm good. Okay.
Yeah,
So you said you've got the running bionic elbow.
yeah. As the top move. So the first move in the sequence. It's going to turn your bottom 4 rows into multi gems, and then I've got double axe handle as the middle move. So 7x1 is going to turn into blue, and the pin bar won't move. So
Okay.
that's when the shenanigans really begin because it'll reload or it'll load fully the finisher. I think the diving elbow drop is the finisher. Choose a 7x3 to swap into yellow and pin the opponent. So you're going to turn all those multis yellow. You're going to boost
Okay.
all those yellow gems. Entourage wise,
I've
now
got
let's
that.
see.
Um,
Okay,
Yeah, that one
nice,
I've got set up because it was already in here, but
very cool.
for the other, so somebody else was running him recently, and they've got Kofi for yellow start with, and then you got Sherry, you got Santa Hogan, so he'll start loaded turn one, and then you got Bret Hart for yellow gems 35 plus multi gems 35. I will say that this is pure speculation, but next weekend or so, there's going to be that next zombie S plus tier. And by
Oh
process
yeah.
of elimination, they have to be 40% yellow plus 60. So
Oh
that character is going to do even better on him. But
yep.
yeah, all right. I've got him loaded then. So let's cut the video here, and then they're calling for the They're calling for the giveaway after that. I'm okay with doing the giveaway after that, unless we want to just drag it out a
Totally.
little bit.
Totally.
All right, here's the intro. What's up, WWE Champions Universe? This is Lee and Rusty from Champions Chat, and we're hanging out with 82 of our very best friends on the official Twitch channel on a Friday night. You should join us. It's a lot of fun. And we are going to take a look at Randy Savage Hall of Fame with the new LA Bite plate. Whenever you activate a yellow move, increase your yellow gem damage by 50% for one turn. We're also going to use the Nightmare insignia. Whenever you make 6 or more multiply gems, increase your yellow gem damage by 100%. So theoretically, that should be a 200% buff, at least right there. We've got a 50% gem damage strap with double Fury 2s on him. And just to note, this is the candy store account, so he does have both gears. Multi-gems increase their strength by 1, and multi-gems increase their strength by 3. So he is going to have 4 extra multi-gem strength. There is a moment, but it's fine. I mean, it's all color finishers do 100% more damage, and matching all color gems match your MP by 2. So not super. I mean, they are universal, so that's nice, but not super impactful. On the moves, we're running a 6 MP yellow running bionic elbow. Deal damage, make the bottom 4 rows into multi-gems of strength 3. The diving double axe handle, deal damage, choose a 7x1 area to swap into blue gems. The pin bar will not move. And then the diving elbow drop, 10 MP finisher, deal damage, choose a 7x3 area to swap into yellow gems and pin the opponent. So, I think that's all the talking I need to do. Rusty, this is one that you went out of your way to get. Do you like him? Are you glad you went out of the way to get all his stuff?
Well, okay. So it's in a post Jacob Fatu world, it's hard to gauge the acros that we previously loved, right? So,
okay.
Yeah, like I've wanted this character for a long time. I'm glad I have him. Randy might be one of my favorite legends ever, right? He and Jake the Snake might be 2 of my favorites. So,
okay.
I'm glad I've got him. And I use him. And for Hall of Fame, he's one of my best. Hall of Fame's not a great category for me. So,
all right. Well, I'm going to run this back because I've never run him before, so I didn't realize it was a 7x3 on the bottom, and I could have hit a lot more with the blues than I did, but I still think this is going to be good. It's 2.4 million per yellow multi-gem that's on there, so that was 74 million, and I ran him wrong. So, yeah, that's good. 74 million. Now, he does have both gears and Sherry. So if you don't have gears, you just take off Sherry from. I'll take off Sherry from here and go from there. Yeah, to Bob, I've literally never used him. This is the first time right here before your very eyes. So I did it wrong, and I'm okay to say that.
Takes a big man to admit when he's wrong.
That's right. So he starts with 149k per yellow gem. We throw down the very first one here, and it's going to be 218 per yellow gem. Now I'm going to break this row right here of blue gems, which in addition to the 74 million, that was 31 million. So that was a 31 million hit just from the move 2 that I skipped last time. And now we'll see what happens with this 47. So actually, it actually ended up being 70-something million either way. It was 70 million either way. So he's very good. Just very good. Try the 7x1 in the second from bottom row, and you can cascade into another yellow gem set. Okay? I don't know if that was specific to that match, and I screwed it up and didn't see it in time, Bob, but I'll try it. Hip Designer, we just released a video today with Zombie Dominic, but he makes green gems, so the plate that came out is not going to do anything for him. So If there's yellow gems on the board, go around those. Okay, Bob, I'm gonna let you look at this board and then you tell me what you're saying here. If there's yellow
Some people
gems
are.
on the board, go around them. So you can hope for a wild card to fall between some yellows. I see. Okay, so Bob, with the board that's on screen right now, you tell me which row you want me to put it on. I'll do it. The very middle row. Okay, so that's this row right here. That's the very middle row. Third row up.
Yep.
Okay, so we got Bunder saying third row up. Bob says the very middle row. I'm on the very middle row, which is the top. Yep. Okay. All right. So we'll do this one right here. And that did cause some yellows to cascade. That was 35 million. Now we can do it again. Ah, I smell what you're stepping in here. So we're at 35 million. I can't hit another yellow cascade. But if the multi goes off, then that would hit that one. And it did. All right, so that's another 26 million. I see what you're doing here. I see.
Surgical precision.
That's right. Yeah, this is very clicky, but all right, so that's as much as we can get out of that turnip right there. But that was a lot. That was a lot. So now we've hit for well into the 100 million plus easy mode. Plus whatever this is, that hit for that was 108 million just that hit. So that was let's see, 35 million the first one, plus it was another 30 million seconds. That's 65 million. So we hit for at least 170 million right there. That was good. That was good. Bunders, I hope that's what you were shooting for. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. So easily still one of the top acrobats in the game. Easily still there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely hits. All right. Well, take us out on this video, Rusty.
Cup of coffee.
The crop always rises to the top. Oh, yeah.
The cup of coffee promo makes, I mean, it's like, I get it because I know what he's saying, but like it made no sense the day it aired, like your career is going to be as short-lived as a cup of coffee, your rise to the top. I just love it. Cup of coffee. Well, thanks for watching this video, friends. We love Macho Man Randy Savage, and we love to see more, I guess new life come out of his character, and he can continue on in the meta and do big damage, Shizoro style. And we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait. Bye. There we go.
There were some super cool suggestions about running Tech Cody, bringing Tech Cody back from the dead, blowing the dust off. Cody Rhodes, you're my hero, Cody Rhodes.
What's Lux says? All right, Rusty, is it time for your suggestion? And then didn't Bunders have one up here as well?
I think Bunders was the Cody Rhodes one.
Oh, okay.
Or someone said the new Bailey plate on Hall of Fame Tory was one of the ideas as well.
Oh, so I think Professor ran that last night, but we could try it, or at least because that was the character that was right up on here. So, well, I mean, we got some time. Let's.
We don't need Professor's leftovers. We don't need to rehash what he's already hashed. But I am curious about the Tech Cody. I don't think anyone's shown that yet.
All right. Well, yeah, Bunders, we'll hit you up with Tech for your Tech Cody suggestion right after we get into the giveaway. So, Rusty, why don't you tell them how to enter really quickly if they haven't?
Here's your final chance to enter tonight's Twitch giveaway for 666 shards of your choice of either zBecky or zLiv. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, leave your Twitch username in the comments, and you must be on stream with us tonight to win so that I can send you a whisper and get your in-game name to pass on to the community director to send your shards to us. The video is called How Do Power Ratings Work? We only have, 19 comments on it, Lee? Is that it? That's gonna be
No,
an
there was
easy
more than
win.
that, but
Oh,
yeah.
would
Hold
this
on.
new plate work for Hall of Fame Jerry? Friend, no plate works for Hall of Fame Jerry. I hate to tell you that. I've wanted my dreams to work. Oh, 68 videos, 68
Yeah,
comments.
68.
Nice.
Yep. Good luck, everyone. Al Pacino says, I'm going to give you another minute here. Bunders wasn't you. What wasn't you, Bunders?
Oh, the Cody suggestion or the
Oh,
Tory suggestion, whichever one. I don't remember.
gotcha.
So
Yeah, sorry. It starts to get confusing as you go here. All right. I'm giving you another 20 seconds. Another 20 seconds, and then we're going to go. So if you haven't already, make sure you put your Twitch name as it is on here in that comment
Bunders
section.
wants everyone to know he did not recommend Tech Cody.
Sounds fair.
I want the community to don't tarnish my name with that Cody Rhodes. Don't lump me in with it. Love it.
Somebody said Hall of Fame Jerry hits like a pimple.
Yeah, just don't. I know it's tempting because chaotic feels like such a thin category for boss battle,
Right.
but just don't. Friends, just don't. Just don't.
Friends don't let friends do that.
Because he's just like, even if he's like old, let's say he's fair. Let's say even if he's fair, like you're gonna be tempted to take him up way higher than you should because it's easy because he's Hall of Fame.
Right.
And then you're gonna be a meme. Your faction will meme you when you're asking for carries in boss battle, and we don't want that to happen. We want to look out for you. We're gonna tell you the truth.
That's right.
You will be mocked on Discord if you show up for boss battle with your Hall of Fame Lawler. Don't do it. Like the kid from the Sandlot that wore the giant hat and had the plastic glove when he showed up to the ball field. Right. They're like, no, this kid, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing, right? So don't do that. Don't
Coach Rick, I'm going to come into the next boss battle running only Hall of Fame Jerry Lawler. I'm calling.
Oh, Captain Lou would be cool. One time I got in boss battle level 1 with my Lawler, and then I wrote on Discord that I was looking for a carry, and it was hilarious. And then I opened a lobby for level 2 with Lawler and said I was looking for a carry. I did it.
Trolling.
It was so funny, but that's about the only way you can get away with Lawler.
Oh, wow.
And I tell you this because I care.
Well, and I'm seeing amazing, like there's a suggestion in the chat to put a drip on Striker Dragon Steamboat. Oh, great. All right, solve sum 2 plus. Oh wait, so we've got the animation at 10 seconds because people said it was too short. Solve sum 2 plus 2 equals 5. So we've got that. Let's get the comments going here. 63 unique.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. All right, Rusty, you do whatever countdown you want from whatever number, and I will click the button.
15, 10, 5, 0, go! I counted down my 5.
And the winner is taking forever. Wow, holy crap.
Look at all the names. Everyone wants to see their name so they know they're actually in it and have a chance to win it. So,
yeah, that's
Golden
right.
Boy,
Robbie Hart.
Oh, is Robbie still here? Let's see. At Robbie Hart. Now they have to be here, and they have to be able to whisper me or receive a whisper. Can we get a whisper?
Yeah, he's right there. He's got it.
Where?
He's got go right below your name. Yay, that's me, Robbie Hart.
The orange name. Whisper. All right, Robbie. I'm gonna get your in-game name from you, and you're gonna have your choice of 666 shards of either Zombie Liv or zBecky. Which tell the chat which one you would choose. Would you be able to recruit one of them based on that shard selection, hopefully. Let us know
Hope
in the
so.
general chat who you choose. I choose you. That's like the Pokemon thing, isn't it?
Zombie somebody.
Robbie is elated, dancing, spinning like a whirling dervish. But Robbie, we need to know which zombie you will choose 666 shards of. Let us know, Robbie. Also, check your roster first. Make sure you might be able to recruit one of them or not. Or nah. He's checking.
Dylan says, I'll give you $1. Wow,
Or
fair trade,
$1.
man.
I love it. You did it. Zombie skunk is not on this giveaway. We have
Zombie
here
skunk? What?
CM Punk. They were saying
Oh,
choose
gotcha.
zombie CM.
Is there a zombie CM Punk in the game? I've not heard that. I didn't know that was a thing.
No, I haven't either.
I don't know where we would get that conjecture from. That there might be the best in the underworld in the game.
Robbie, did Robbie post his choice?
I don't know.
He's still.
Yeah. Ad popped up.
Ad
just
popped
got back
up.
to video.
Robbie, who do you choose out of the 666 shards? Do you choose Zombie Liv or Zombie Becky? Robbie, check your roster and let us know who your choice is. Who you choosing, Liv or Becky? We're like anxious to know. We're anxious to know. Liv is a better character, but Becky had a slightly higher power rating. So the choice is yours.
What you getting, Robbie? And while you're doing that, we're gonna check out what Mr. Lou Albano, Super Mario Brothers himself, can do with the brand new plate, plus the nearing end. The nearing end and the new LA Bite means that every yellow gem's doing 877k, but that's going to buff one more time, and 998 if you've got an immobile gem on there, and then he's going to make them all yellow. Let's see what we hit for. That's 37 million. Still not great. Not terrible. Still not great. Still not great. All right. Well, that's one of them. You said the other one was Cody. We want to see.
Robbie says it's official. I choose you, Becky. So zombie is Becky.
Is that going to recruit her for you?
And will that recruit her for you, Robbie?
I hope so. I mean, congrats to the wedding singer. It is Robbie Hart. Oh, I forgot about that. I love that movie. Oh.
I have the microphone and you'll listen to every word I say.
Every dang word I have to say. You know they're making a Happy Gilmore 2, and the former world champion from the other company is going to be in it.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't watch the other stuff. It's fake. It's too fake for me.
It's too fake. Wow. Bunder's Captain Lou was okay. He hit 37 million, but that was with the nearing end and the new plate. So, you know.
All right. I'm excited. Somebody won and they were here and we didn't have to do like, oh, they're not here. We got to choose a different winner. Like,
right.
That's always a bummer. Anticlimactic.
It is. It is. And now, speaking of anticlimactic, I'm trying to find. There's Bret Hart. My goodness. Let's get rid of that one and that one. All right. So, Rusty, it's been a hot minute since I've run Tech Cody. So remind me when you're saying run him, you're talking the countdown into
Yeah.
the multiply build.
Yeah. Oh,
So
hang
yellow,
on.
yellow, green.
I did on my roster search and I typed the word countdown. Yeah, yellow, yellow, green. I'm gonna pull him up. So the drop down punch is the first move. You lay down the bottom row of countdown gems, and then you do the crossroads. Now you've got to choose. You've got to make a wild card. You've got to get a second turn to make those countdowns fire off, and then you're
Right.
going to turn all the multiply gems yellow. So you will have procced the plate twice. You will have hippity dippity gone big, big smackage. So,
Do I need
oh,
Santa? I don't need Santa. Why do I have Santa?
Commander HS said, funny thing is, I just looked up how many shards I needed to recruit zBecky. Coincidentally, I need 666 shards. Can you
Oh,
believe it? Can you believe
dang.
it? That's insane. That is why I need way more. I need over 1,000. So, or just a hair under 1,000, actually. You can use heart times plates instead of nightmare insignia for this build as well,
Okay. Well, we run it both ways. I'll just need to reload the
or
stuff
hunter's
on it.
medallion. Hunter's medallion is the easiest, I think, plate to put on Cody and leave on Cody.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so but that works really well because of the countdowns. So yeah, turn the bottom row into countdowns, and then create your five match, and the 1 2 space 3 4, and then your fifth gem where you swipe to make five, and then that hits the countdown gems, and they all become multis, and hopefully no cascade. So
Okay. Well, let me do some approximation of what you just said.
yeah, you
See
got
what
it.
happens
Yeah,
here.
bottom row countdown, and then you do your little.
That made multis. So now the yellows are doing 210, multiplies are doing
Nice.
2 million. That's not huge, but it's something.
Let's see what
So
happens here.
yeah,
Let's
it's
watch the
46
damage.
million. 46 million's not bad.
Hit? What?
Yeah, that's it.
That's.
Well,
I
let's
feel like
try.
that's what he was doing before
Really?
this plate.
Well,
Green.
may, maybe. I don't know. We can try it with the hunters or the hard times, either one, and just see. Oops, I've got to go hit the magic buttons over here to turn him so that he's got more.
I wonder if it was the entourage swapped Cena for Strowman and Memrock.
Okay.
So like, yeah, oh, because that'll help boost the multis. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I mean that makes more. Ah, now I've got all
Wait.
these
So Bob said,
interstitials.
"Oh, you know what's going on? You're swiping. The LA Bite place only lasts one turn, so it's not boosting from the LA
Oh.
Bite. So does that mean it won't work?
Yep.
Does that
That.
mean it is void on Cody?
Yeah.
Is that what that means? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Thanks for nothing, LA
Thanks for
Knight.
nothing, Cody Rhodes. Well,
I was blaming the plate, not Cody. Cody's an angel. He does no
yeah.
wrong.
Dang. Well, I mean that is what it is, man. That tells you right there that some characters are just gonna not be as good with it as we hoped. But all
I'm
right,
glad.
who else did we have?
I'm glad Belusky's on with us. He was wanting to see that run.
Yeah.
I don't remember another LA Knight plate suggestion. Was there another? It works on Tech Miz. Is that right? Does it go crazy on Tech Miz?
We can run
It
Tech
seems
Miz
like
as another
Miz,
one.
Miz already goes pretty crazy without it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Miz. It's funny though. I rated him super high, and then as soon as I got Ilya, and as soon as I got the Tama plate for Julius, I have not used Miz since. But I do love him. He is amazing.
It's like, isn't that funny? Oh, you hate a superstar? Well, we'll make you use them forever as a CSS. Oh,
Right.
you love a superstar? We will release someone to give you amnesia about them within a month.
Right. Jeez.
uh, Next month's acro is going to be insane, right? They'll just make us forget all about Jacob, like the Miz. Like you
Oh,
just get.
that would be incredible if so.
It would take a lot to forget about Jacob, wouldn't it?
I would it would take me a while. Yes. He's
So,
doing insane damage 14 different ways.
well, would LA bite plate work on final boss triple yellow? So we
Yes.
know the sub move
Oh,
will eliminate it. So it would
right.
have to be only
The
the
other two.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right cuz the sub is going to take it down. But it would still hit twice.
And you could use the jacket as the top plate, right? So the Ronda's jacket, baddest jacket as the top plate. So it would be a turn two increase in damage from both plates.
Right. Okay, so Miz is doing 324 per yellow and 3.4 million per multi yellow. So yeah, this is going to do pretty good. It's going to do pretty good. 128 million. Not bad. Not bad at
Oh.
all. That was with the nightmare. He would, it'd be similar if we run the hunter's medallion on him or whatever. But yeah, yeah, that's not bad at all. You want to see final boss with it?
The people have called for the final boss.
All right.
Somebody asked thoughts on a moment being released still this month.
I hope so.
There has not been a whisper of it yet. If I were a speculator, which I am, so this is just me speculating. I think if there is a moment, it will coincide with a weekend boss battle and be kind of a top shelf moment, the way the Tiffy time moment was. That would be me, Rusty, speculating with zero info from Scopely.
Right.
Am I allowed to speculate on their
You can
account? Is that okay?
speculate. Yeah, you might as well. There's,
This is
no
from
harm in
me.
that.
Yeah. So don't say you heard there was going to be a moment. No, no. You heard a theory from a lunatic tonight. That's it.
You heard the theory of a dead man.
Here's the final boss. Puts up the one L. Remember that? And we thought it was like some conspiracy theory.
Right? I still think he was pointing. He was doing the look at me, Roman. Yeah,
It's me.
it's me.
It's me, Austin. Oh boy.
Oh
This is what
goodness.
we do without polls. We just, the end of the stream kind of fizzles out.
I mean, we're cutting a riveting video right now, Rusty. I mean,
Is this
we
a
are showing.
video?
Uh,
We
why
need a
not?
recording light so that I know when these things are happening.
I just didn't do
Um,
the intro on this one because I figured, you know what? We're showing
yeah.
off a bunch of different people with this plate, so we might
Oh,
as
weave
well
it
just
all
cut it as a
together.
video.
Nice. This is one of our best videos we've ever made. I love
Yeah, yeah, you know me. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
it. Someone said they clipped me, right? Saying there will be a moment. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
what?
I've seen a lot
Oh,
of unfair clips with from me. Hopefully they never surface. So
oh goodness. Oh, we've got a yellow up prop. All right. So the problem with Final Boss Rock though is he
he's not
is very
loaded.
high charge. So
Mhm.
we are gonna hit the sub because I put the Ronda's jacket on there, and that's gonna buff up the yellow gems by 100%. And then we're gonna match, a few things here and there to make sure that he gets something out of this. So the final, or not the final boss, the Ronda's jacket is going to buff the yellow 100%, but not, we've lost the buff from the other plate. So we're at actually 225k. That's better than some of the others. We're going to hit our steal health move and steal 17 million. And that's going to buff up to 250k per yellow gem. And the 50, or the finisher here is going to hit for what? 20 million. So we did 23 million, 17 million, 40 million plus the sub. So we did about 45 million, give or take. But that's like every trick in the book. Yeah.
The final boss. Yeah.
All right.
I like the final. Yeah, I don't know. I like the final boss, but you got to kind of know what you're in for there. So.
Right. Yeah.
You're in it for the fun. You're in it for the Acro Eddie long turn feud.
Oh, well, I'm going to end this video for us because I think that's about all the ones that we wanted. And then we're actually only 2 minutes away from the end of this. So, be some fun times on the Twitch streams. Be sure to join us on next Friday's Twitch stream if you're watching this video on YouTube in our future. And next week, we'll probably have some polls. I'm going to try for that LA night again. We'll see. See you on the next one. Bye. Well, you got a minute to talk to the chat about interesting. There's a new feature on this. To talk about your football teams. We got a minute to burn before we can end the stream, so Bob, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sorry you're sick, dude. I was so sick last week it wasn't even funny. I hope you start to feel better. Dom with the Juggernaut Leech build? Talking about Zombie Dom?
What? What are we talking about? That's a thing? I thought I knew everything there was to know about.
With the Juggernaut Leech build? Oh, Trickster Dom.
Trickster Dom. Judgment Day, Dominic.
I have really never used that. I've got that Trickster Dom. I've never really used him as a fighter. So I would be interested to see if he can do something amazing.
I have him 6 silver max. I mean 6. Yes. Yeah, no, only for trainer. I don't have his move maxed. I have his moves unleveled. So I just have him for trainer. Triple yellow. Wild. So you would put the rosy plate on top, probably. And the LA bite at the bottom.
Let's see. Strength 30k. Make 20 into yellow. And you don't need to, because that's going to big. So you don't need to use Seth or Goldberg. 2 columns into Leech. Decrease your Juggernaut gems. Okay. All right. I can see how we're running this then. So you've got him 6-star silver max. Does that mean you've used him as a fighter?
No, he's just his talent is maxed with coin only for his trainer ability.
Oh,
sorry, It's getting late. My brain is leaking out bad ideas here.
No, you're good. This will be our last. This will be our last thing we try. Where's the rosy plate? I missed it somehow. It's got a big R on it, so it should be hard to miss, but I missed it. There we go. All right, Bunders, Dom is bad. No saving him. Well, we'll see here. All right, sorry, go ahead, Rusty.
I turned in our contest winner. So I turned in Robbie's in-game name to the community manager. So congratulations, Robbie. Congratulations again.
Yes, big congrats. Muda. Don't talk about Muda right now. It's a sore subject. All right. So we'll run him like this, right? All right. And then he's got the Judgment Day moment, showdown only. So that's not going to do any good. He doesn't have any gear. Wait, what? He does have gear? Oh, he has gear, guys. Huh. Interesting. So, Bunders, just so you know. Oh, I just echoed in your room really bad. Gear, yellow gems do 150% more damage. So that is on there right now.
Yeah, he got a gear in that indie wedding event. So he has a moment as well. Indie wedding moment.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's
what's going on? Sorry, say that again.
Oh, I was saying his moment. I didn't see it on the account when you were running it up in the top. I didn't see it there.
I did not either.
It's a feud only moment, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. All right, so his yellow gems are at 351, yellow plus leech 407. And big thank you to Alicia Darling for rating Raiders. We're actually about done with the stream, but it's wonderful for you guys to be here. Check out, that was 21 million. So Bunders was right. There is no saving Dom, guys. No saving Dom. He couldn't even keep him down. But I mean, it's a 2-turn win as long as they don't sub the crap out of you or something like that. So Raiders, we are champions chat. This is Lee right here, and Rusty is the voice of all the fun that happens on here. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Twitch and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. It helps us out a lot. Yeah, well, it was a 2-turn win, but it wasn't the best, but it was there. It was good. So, Rusty, I am gonna eat dinner, and I don't know.
I wish you wouldn't mention food. Food sounds so good right now. Yep. Good night, friends. We're gonna say good night. We're gonna end our stream, and if DJ Anon ZT is on, we'll raid him. But if not, we will see you next Friday night as we power rate. There's arguably allegedly a new zombie coming next weekend, and hopefully we'll have him on to power rate and him or her and to see how it goes. That's for Rusty and Lee. Champions Chat signing off. Over and out.